Across Europe, the finest minds in law enforcement will connect.
Well, the show's production company is Tandem, and it's based in Munich. And the producer, Rola Bauer, knew of my work in Germany and on Game of Thrones, for instance, and she contacted me, and then we sat down and had a talk, and she didn't really have to convince me, because I immediately loved the premise of the show. That it is a big international show, that it is that we get to go different places, that we're shooting in different great locations and with great actors, of course. Well, if you play roles like that, you don't prepare to play an assassin. I mean, you always, in each and every character, you try to look for the human part. You know, you can only portray them as humans after all, and then it gets more interesting the more complex the character is. And some humans are assassins, some humans are tech experts, but what you cannot actually portray that. You can only look for certain characteristics and play those out. And I mean, for Sebastian in Crossing Lines, I mean, I'm not, in real life, I'm not a tech expert at all. I just know where to turn off the computer and where to turn it on, turn it off. And so the most challenging part about that was that I have a lot of technical dialogue, which I really have to work on to understand what's going on there. Well, I think that Crossing Lines is a really interesting mix of a cop show. So our team solves cases in every episode, but also there's a lot of horizontal storytelling, so we find out a lot about the characters, and it's not your regular police heroes. I mean, we find out that they all have dark sides, that they have problems, that the characters are very, complex. And so there's a lot of drama and emotion as well. And I think it's that mix combined with the international setting that's very appealing to audiences. Well, it was a great thing, because normally you get a script that has been approved by the network, and then that's the way it's going to be shot. On this, Rola and Ed made it very clear that they wanted our input and that they wanted us to develop the characters with them, which for an actor is great, because then you actually get the feeling that the character becomes part of you, and you can make suggestions as to where the character develops or what he develops into. And I said from the beginning that I'm very interested in giving Sebastian darker sides as well, because the way we meet him first, he's the German, he's the tech expert. How boring! That's like a cliche. But what is fun is to play with those cliches and to establish them, and then to break them, and to question them at the same time. And what I said to the producers in the beginning was that, I mean, I could very well imagine, if he's the tech expert, for instance, that he could have a gambling problem, for instance. If he spends most of his time behind the computer, it just make sense to me if he would gamble, for instance. And so they took that suggestion up for me, and so Sebastian gets into some problems in the first season, and I don't want to give too many spoilers. I just finished watching Breaking Bad. I watched it all in one go, all 5 seasons, and I was really addicted. It was amazing. I mean, I think I've rarely seen such great acting by the whole cast. In a long time. And other favorite shows, I've really enjoyed 6 Feet Under, True Blood, what else? Lost. Twin Peaks, to name an early one.
From the makers of Criminal Minds, Crossing Lines.